Sir, did you think of anything I could do for this transponder deck?
Nah, bro, there ain't nothing you can do with that card. We almost triple acid when they made that darn thing. Can't banish DD Beast, you can't banish Thunder Dragons, you can't banish Necrophage, you can't banish Spiritual Beast. The only thing that card's ever going to be good for is like interrupting Exceeds monsters and nonsense like that. It ain't even a quick effect, come on.
Look, we gotta do something about this acid trip. Exceeds. I think I got an idea here. On YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis XL. Welcome back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is day 69, and it's a very nice day indeed. We're taking a look at this card, the Interdimensional Matter Forwarder, which is a continuous spell that basically removes the card from play every turn. I originally thought it was going to have a whole bunch of crazy applications to it. Honestly, I did a bit of quickie, probably, but unfortunately it's not, and unfortunately rulings exist. So we had to do some digging to make this card really like do stuff. However, I remembered from the beginnings of this channel an old friend of ours who actually works rather well with this card, and that being the Acid Golem of Destruction. So we got ourselves a deck that's based around summoning an Acid Golem of Destruction and giving it to my opponent after removing all of its materials. So that way, my opponent's just stuck with this thing. They're just stuck with it. Very little they can do with it. So we got ourselves our deck here today, combining the Acid Golem, our Matter Forwarder, as well as some Goblin Bikers who are like purpose-built to summoning out Acid Golem and, you know, getting rid of those nasty Xyz materials. So, you know, it's going to be like it's a match in heaven, basically. It's a match made in heaven, this one. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We're going to show off the combos and the wombos, the what do's and the what not do's, and show off what this deck can do. Thanks to Mr. Spicy Boy, who asked for today's deck, I think like a million years ago, and I completely forgot somehow, but thankfully we have room, and I made room, and we got ourselves our deck, and we're going to be playing our hearts out with it. So, of course, if you want the whole deck profile, it's going to be at the end of today's duels. For now, we're going to head on into the action and show off what this baby can do, so don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below to help the channel out. And enough talking, let's get right into the action. All right, everybody, our time for our first opponent, another day and another card game. Going first is generally best in this deck because modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Being what it is. But other than that, let's see what we have for a hand. It's not quite the combo I was hoping for, but it is what we have, therefore we will have to play it. So we'll see where this is going to go here. I can at least get started. I do have Grand Bash, which gives me an additional summon. So that's pretty good. And I have my Psychic Tracker. A lot of this deck is about rank 3 plays, because that's just what you do. You just go for some good old rank 3 action. The only problem right now is I didn't draw into like Gen or my Silent Wobbegong, because that's what you need to do for the whole like lockdown aspect. But I do have my Matter Forwarder, so if nothing else, we'll get to see that. We'll get to see a little bit of that action right there. And let's go ahead and use our Dig Dug. Good old Dig Dug, detach material, summon him onto the board. And that's going to go ahead and search us some other card. Yeah, that's another card. I could attach somebody on the board. Don't really need to do that. But that's essentially like the whole Goblin package. And again, if I just had a thing to give my opponent a monster, that's the big trick with like Acid Golem. And like, you know, giving your opponent stuff. You switch the monsters is pretty neat. Pretty neat, because if you don't know Acid Golem, he is a real old card, and what his basic ability is going to be is that, you know, if he has no materials, he can't attack. You probably have to detach a material every turn, or else you take 2,000 damage. And most importantly of all, anyone who owns an Acid Golem can't special summon anything. It's absolutely insufferable against certain opponents. So, with that in mind, normally this would be the part where I go for like Jam Transfer. Good old Transverser, that's what you want to do. But for now, we'll activate our Matter Forwarder just to like have it on the board, show off this is what it does. It just banishes a monster and brings it back. So I could put my monster in defense mode if I wanted to, but, you know, Goblin Riders have no defense. They are all action. That is what they do. So now, let me think. Let's go ahead and make my monsters both level 6. That way I can summon out my crazy beast so that I at least have like another monster on the board. Let's see here. Yep, summon this dude onto the board. That'll be nice and big. Let's see. 3 materials from a monster. I only have 2 materials. So it's not ideal, but at the same time, we'll call this a... Well, actually, I'll get a 3rd material. I won't talk about it. I got a big bunga. Every turn I can get a material on this thing. So let's put... Doesn't really matter here. I guess Boon the Mach Speed will be plenty. So we'll see where it goes from here. Again, we're nice and started, but what we really need to get right now that my opponent has like monsters and things. Let's see. Nah, I'm good. I mean, he can get rid of these cards. I don't need them right now. I don't really need them. I will mention though that Matter Transporter does have the ability to super poly me, which is not good. Oh no, not the super. Oh, it's just 1. Okay, never mind. It's just Ice Blade Dragon. I was worried that was going to be something way worse. All right. I guess we'll go for Sploder. I don't really have a reason not to do this, so let's go ahead and just bring back Clatter the Noisy, and he's going to bring back a monster so I can bring back Doug Charger. So even though my opponent super polyed me, I'm all set. I just need like creature swap at this point. If I can get into creature swap, I can steal this thing, and then my opponent's just going to cry. And that's what I want him to do. He stole all my stuff. But this is okay. I still have my Matter Forger. I can banish this, and then... let me think about this, actually. If this leaves the field... I mean, every other card I tested with this did not work if this thing banished the card, so... I don't think this tribute activates Mirror Jade or whatever, but we'll see. Really just depends on what we draw into here. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely. 120%. Absolutely, positively beautiful. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate our Goblin Bikers Grand Entrance here. And that's going to let me add to my hand another Doug Charger, because searching more cards sounds like fun to me. So we'll get ourselves our Doug, get Doug on the board, activate Doug's effect. Now let me search again, and if he perms me or whatever, don't really care. But this will let me my Grand Breakout for later. And we are going to summon forth our Acid Golem of Destruction. That's right. And I'm going to activate my Matter Forger here. This way I can banish the Acid Golem. And then it'll come back with no materials. Like so. So then we just go good old classical creature swap. And hey ho, you sir just got Acid Golem locked. You can't special summon anything. And even better, I could use my own breakout as well to like tribute off this dude, get another monster. Actually, that's probably a better idea. Do I have another clutter? I'm pretty sure I have another clutter in here somewhere. Let's double check. I will activate my breakout. That way I can get out Clutter Man, because I can special summon. He can't. That's the best part. I can do whatever I please. You may not. Because this thing can't even attack. That's the thing. Because now I've used that effect. You know, this has no materials. It cannot attack. It can't change its battle position because of creature swap. And, you know, he's going to take 2,000 burn damage every turn. So let's go ahead and summon out Big Gabunga number 2. Electric Boogaloo. Hey, you. And this will be really good. So let's get our 3rd Doug Charger, I'd say. Yeah, let's get our 3rd Dig Dug. I want to see our 3rd Dig Dug. But yeah, that is perfectly what our deck wants to do. I could literally not do any better than that. That is exactly what we wanted. So, Big Gabunga, let's just go ahead and just put another material on him. It doesn't really matter right here. Let's get our other Boon Mock and see where this goes. Because, yeah, he's got Acid Golem. He's going to take 2,000 burn damage every turn. He can't do anything about... Unless he's playing Tribute Monsters, which very few people do. There's very little he can... Unless he, like, nukes the board or something, there's very little he can do. He can't attack anything. He can't do nothing. He's pretty much in a bad situation. He's in a very bad one. Ooh, a creature swap. I can give him a second acid golem. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I love that idea. No, wait, hold on. He gets to pick. Never mind. That's the one that he gets to pick. So, this had only been over here I could do that. But unfortunately, I may not. Regrettably. We'll go for Dig Charger. I don't have any other monsters I can summon with this, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use Boon Mock here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my other Boon Mock so I can have multiple Boon Mocks in play. And let's see, let me double check. Yeah, it only works on face-up monsters, never mind. I was like, maybe, but no. So what I want to go for next is this guy. Yes, I want to go for my other guy. This is Troikunier, or however you want to pronounce this guy's name. It's Troikunier. That's what I'm just gonna call him that because it's fun to say. So we got Troikunier, and because there's 3 materials on monsters on the board, all of my Goblin Bikers can attack directly. It's pure evil, but I love it. I love it, love it. It says this guy was going all. He was gonna be playing like, you know, branded fusion. We all know what that's gonna lead into. Things like Red Eyes Dragoon and things of that nature. No, none of that. There shall be none of that indeed. But this is exactly what our deck wants to do. You know, if this guy somehow pulls off a comeback here, I have nothing else to say. You know, it's what it is. You know, but this is exactly what our deck wants to do. We summoned out our Acid Golem. We removed the materials, and my opponent surrenders because they didn't play that one copy of Jinzo. You fool. But that is precisely what our deck wants to do. I'm happy as pud. I'm happy as pie. I'm just smiling ear to ear. That's what I'm doing here. So good for our first duel. You get exactly the idea of what our deck's ultimate strategy is going to be. So let's go for duel number 2. Try to do that again. If not, at least, you know, do the Acid Golem thing. You know, that's what our deck wants to do. So let's go for it. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Now, we don't get to pick this time. We're going second, which theoretically is just fine for us. It really just depends on, like, what this dude is going to do. So we'll see. Okay, this is the Odion cards. These are, like, really popular now. And I do know how nasty trap monsters be. I will say, though, I'm not 100% on board with these new Odion cards. Like, they kind of make trap monsters more all about a Apopus. You know? Now, to be fair, they have that nice the one trap, Apopus, a swamp deity. Really, really cool card in, like, generic sort of trap monster decks. In this deck, it's now searchable. And it also pops your cards and stuff. You know, that used to be all about Mr., you know, Anguish Pattern Statue. He was the trap monster's boss, dude. I don't think we needed anybody else, but that's just me griping. All right, so what is this guy going to do? Okay, Temple of the Kings, activate the temple, activate the one trap monster. Essentially, he's just trying to fusion summon. He's trying to get, like, the boss monster here. We'll see where that's going to go. Yeah, get a Apopus the Serpent. They literally just made a wonkier-looking Apopus. I think this might be from the manga or something. I'm not 100% sure. He looks like a manga card. Like, artwork-wise, this looks like a manga card. It really does. So, let's see. What's this going to do? Send to the graveyard, add embodiment of Apopus. I do like that it searches the original. I guess that is kind of neat. I do like that. Oh, you're playing the original. I see. Are you actually going to tribute off the temple and summon something cool? I want to see something cool. Please. Maybe. Possibly. He could do it. He could summon out the whole... Ooh, okay, he's doing it. What's he summoning? Come on. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on, summon something cool. Is it just going to be a Apopus fusion? I hope it's not. I really hope it's something cooler than... I mean, the Apopus fusion has things to fusion summon anyway. Why would you just go for him? Ooh! Ulti Dragon. Cool. All right. This card fusion summon... Okay, this is literally just a beat stick. But that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. All righty. So now it is our turn. So he definitely has at least one Apopus. So we do need to be at least somewhat cautious of that. But let's go ahead and start with our Speedroid combo. Because it's a nice little package. I just summon out the Terror Top and get a free level 3. And yeah, here comes the Swamp Deity. Here comes a Poopus. Okay. Well, that's 2 traps. This doesn't... Okay, does Merciless Scorpion do anything when he plays a trap card? Let's see here. No, it does not. Okay, cool. Alright, that works for me. So now that he's done that, let's go ahead and summon forth, again, the Timon Tiger, which is a guy I'd really like to have in our first hand, because he's just pretty much the best dude ever. It'd be even better if I had one of my, if I had a danger monster, this would be even better. This is getting you another Apophis trap, okay. I mean, I'd have to remove your... Oh, smarty pants. Oh, that's a tuner. I could summon Trishula in this deck. It would be hilarious. I would still probably lose. Wait, yeah, that's my normal summon. That is my normal summon. Dang it, that's a hard choice. That is a real... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me think about this. I think I can do this. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to try something silly. I'm going to summon out a Bigabunga. Bigabunga is going to search out... let's see here. Detach material. Let's see. That gets me a summon. Then I'll get another summon. I think I'm actually going to go for a Clutter here. I could be wrong, but we'll see how this is going to go. We'll activate Doug Charger's effect. Going to remove a material from my boy to summon out Doug Charger. Already have my grand entrance here, so that's good. And with that, this will give me a Goblin Biker. Then I'll normal summon a Goblin. Yep. Let's get our grand meeting of Goblin Bikers. Why not? Why the heck not? Because this will make my monsters a little bit bigger, and I get additional normal summons. So let's activate our Goblin Bikers grand entrance. Let's search forth Boone the Mock, just to have him all set up. We'll detach a material again. Summon out Clatter here. Keep this in the hand as a hand trap. And I could spin his cards back, and I would. And I probably will in the future. But no matter, you know, I'm just doing this because I damn well can. Come on, Trishula! That's right, son. I summoned the big boy. Now, Trishula is going to activate and banish my opponent's stuff. Wielder is going to, let's see, destroy one of my opponent's cards. So in this case, let me think about this. What do I want to destroy? I don't think it matters too much. I mean, I can just beat over Circuit. I was really hoping to hit his face down card, but... it's what it is. Let's remove Circuit from the board as well. We're going to banish a card on the opponent's board, which is this Ulti. Well, actually, I can deal with Ulti Eyes later. Let's rid him of the trap card. We'll banish the trap card, and we'll banish the hand card. Hey, very nice. And I still have a normal summon, too. That's a cool thing. So let's go ahead and start beating into my opponent's everything. That's what we do, boys. Y'all thought I couldn't summon... Y'all thought it was a joke. If y'all thought it was a joke, shame on you. Subscribe now. You have no choice. You have been found out as someone who doubted. But we're perfectly set up. I mean, yeah, Apophis is going to get him another Apophis. But this only searches the original, I think. So let's end our turn before I lose time. I thought he was doing something there for a second. But thankfully, I paid attention there. But we're going to go ahead and attach a material to Bigabunga. And we should be all set, because I can remove my material from a Gabunga, thanks to Boon Mock and Doug Charger. And that'll allow me to attach his Ulti Dragon to me. So we're all set, you know? Who says all we do is Acid Golem? No. We have other cards to play. So what is this doing again? This will set in a Apophis trap, yes. That doth searcheth out another Apophis. Or searcheth the Anubis. That's right, that as well. Okay. Alright, you got Anubis. Anubis is the one that can... let me think what that's gonna do here. That's the one that lets you get the monster. What does the man with the mark do again? This card summon. Take a Temple of Kings or a card that mentions it. Add to hand or send to the graveyard. Okay. While you have Temple of the Kings, this is an Apophis. This can't be destroyed by stuff. This does not count as that, so okay. We'll see where this is gonna go for a second. Let's see where this is gonna, like, go. Because he's gonna get, let's see, Temple of the Kings are a card that mentions it. All right, you're gonna add Verdict of Anubis. Okay, that's the counter trap. It's a pretty nasty card if I remember correctly. Point activate a spell trap. You throw 3 or more spell traps. Negate, destroy, have you Temple of the Kings, which again, this doesn't. Oh, this does count as Temple of the Kings. Okay. I'm not sure where it says that. I guess it's when he activated it that does that, but okay. Oh, something else happening. What's going on? Fusion monster? No, it's just Anubis. Never mind. Let's see. What does this do? The spell trap is destroyed. No. Place them. Okay, there we go. Send this card, hand to the graveyard as a dude. Alright, so basically he has another big dude. So in this particular instance, this could get rough. We're definitely going to take some amount of damage here, but we're going to give this a shot anyway. We're going to summon out our Clatter Sploder. We're going to activate Big Gabunga's effect, so I can attach... Oh, I can't target Alternate Dragon. That's okay, I guess. I guess I'll steal Anubis, and then Clatter Sploder was going to activate. That'll bring back my Dig Dug. Summon out Dig Dug. Yep, and then Dig Dug is going to get me into the spell trap. And I do have Boon the Mock. Let me think. Let's see. This card, attach material, target face up, attach to his material. Yeah, I only do that once per turn. Okay, I was double checking. That's fine though. Let's go ahead and get ourselves our grand entrance for next turn. And yeah, the Man in the Mark can be a tricky dude. But other than that, like, the Alternate Dragon is literally just a beat stick. It doesn't do anything else. He doesn't have any... Oh, I see. He can't be targeted. Okay, so that is going to make things a little tricky. What am I outing to the... Oh, yeah, I have Underworld Goddess in here, right? I did remember to put that in here, right? Of course I did. Yes, okay, that's my out to this. Okay, we're set. We're fine. We're fine. We're good. We're okay. Everything is fine. I get 2 normal summons. I've got my grand entrance. I'm pretty set. Yeah, all my Goblin Bikers are getting destroyed. I probably should have put these in attack mode, but that's neither here nor there. Alright. And hey, Trishul's alive. That's good. It's good for me. I'll take it. Alright, so now we just need to out this thing. Alright, how many traps do you have right now? I know he has... Oh, wait, he's got the Verdict of Anubis. That's right. But he only has... Oh, no, now he has 3 spell traps. Okay, okay. Okay, so basically what we have in a situation like this is that he has a thing that stops me from playing spell traps at the moment. That's okay. Let's get out Doug Charger, and we'll search out a spell trap. Just to have it. I'm gonna play it. If I played it, that would be bad. I do have Boon in my graveyard, right? Oh, I don't. But that's okay, I can search a card. Okay, so we're going to summon out Boon to Mock Speed. We're going to summon back Big Gabunga. Yes. Big Gabunga. And we'll use Big Gabunga's effect. That's going to search me out a Mock Speed. That way I can attach another one of my opponent's cards to my Big Gabunga. So we'll detach... unfortunately, Doug is only from the graveyard, or from the hand, I should say. So it's not as great, but it is what it is. Let's steal his embodiment of a Poopus. Right? Wait, can he still play that trap right now? I have a feeling he can. We'll find out in a second. I guess, okay, he can't. Okay, good. I was like, can he do that? I don't think he can. Alright, let's get a Goblin Biker back. Let's get our Dig Dug Charger back. Very good. I'm not locked in anything. Except I can't special summon like another Boon Mock, but that's okay. It's fine. Let's attach our trap. Get out Dig Charger. And let's go into our Underworld Goddess. Thank you, Trishula, for everything you did for us. But it's time to summon out the Underworld Goddess. There you go. So that will stop my opponent from having a graveyard. And that's... Actually, I don't think their graveyard matters that much. I mean, I guess that stops Anubis, but that's about it. Okay. Well, there you go. We out the dude. Ironically doing 2,000 damage, as our Acid Golem would want us to do. And I will end my turn for now, and we'll see where this goes. We shall see, indeed. I'm very low on stuff at the moment, so that could be tricksy. It could be Trixie. We shall see. All right, so you're going to get yourself another circuit. Okay. My monster's bigger than circuit, though. That is the thing. I am kind of bigger than you are. Let's see. What's this doing? Yeah, something out. Merciless Scorpion. Sorry, this is the ugliest looking thing I've ever seen. I mean, that is what happened in Mystic Beast in the anime, I think. He, like, absorbs the monsters he beats into and, like, adds it to himself. If I remember correct. I'm pretty sure that's what he did. So what is this doing? Add Temple of the Kings or a card that mentions it. Yeah. All right. You're getting the fusion spell. Oh, no. He can fuse with my cards. Actually, yeah, I guess he can fuse with... No, he can't. I don't think he can fuse with mine because it doesn't target. What is that? I have not seen this one. What the heck is that? This card battles a monster. Target a face-up monster opponent controls from the grave. Banish it. This card gains attack points. Oh! That's not good. Make a second attack during the battle phase while a level 10 or higher monster is banished, which you have. Oh, and that's going to be game. Ah, dang it. I got to summon Trish and everything. Okay. Well, I give it to my opponent. They did not give up at all at once during that. And maybe if I had just been able to get rid of that Blue Eyes earlier, I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, we take a loss there. But it was a nice duel. I mean, I got to summon Trishula. I'm happy. I'm happy I got to summon Trishula. So we're getting to see all the things that are in this deck. Maybe not getting a perfect record, but who cares? Doesn't matter. So let's go ahead for our third duel and show off this deck just a little bit more because, that's what we do. 3 duels in this deck. We see all of the cards we got, and then we go to the end. So one more duel. Here we go. Alrighty, everybody. Time for the third opponent, the fighting third. And let's see. We are going first, and I have a pretty dang good hand. I will take it. Let's summon out Gen the Diamond Tiger and use his ability to give my opponent Ken. Good old... I was about to make a Barbie Ken joke, but that doesn't really apply here. But we have ourselves Ken and Gen, which, if I remember my Japanese history right, this is like Takeda Shingen, and this is Uesugi Kenshin. That's kind of the whole reference. If you didn't know, that's the reference that's going on with these two. Anyway, that's not important. That is not important at all. So what we're going to do here, go for our boy Bigabunga. Good old Bigabunga. And we'll go ahead and search ourselves a Boon the Mock, I think. Oh. Alright, Ash Blossom is fine. You can Ash Blossom me, that's fine. I do have my triple tap with talents. I will get to draw 2 more cards anyway. So I'm good with that. Ooh, creature swap. It's even better. That's even better than what I was planning. I was about to do like the Geo Transversor thing. But who needs a Link monster to do your job for you when you can do this instead? Alright, so we're going to go for our Dig Dug. And I still have Mock Speed, which is great for later. But for now, we're going to get our Grand Entrance. That way I can search out more stuff. And we're going to activate our Boondamok. Boondamok Speed. I really do like the Goblin Bikers original names for the most part. I think Doug Charger's fine. But like Boonbach? No. Boon the Mock Speed? That's a much better name in my opinion. Kind of reminds me, it's kind of like with Battle Wasp, so they're like a synchro version of Black Wings. These are like the Xyz version of Black Wings. We'll activate our Matter Forwarder. And I'm going to go ahead and do as Matter Forwarder would like to do. I'm going to go ahead and banish my board for a turn. Indeed, and then you come right back. And then we're going to activate the action. This is actually a very nifty little thing you can do with this deck as well. Is that, yeah, we're going to switch our monsters. And you can activate Ken's effect. Like, you can still do this and give him, Gen the Tiger. And then my opponent has to discard one of their cards. So, it's a nasty little thing just to rip your opponent's hand on top of everything. He's playing Toons. Aww. Actually, that could actually be bad. That actually could be low-key not great. So, let's activate Grand Entrance. Get myself a Dig Dug for next turn, I feel, is a good thing to do. Just in case. So, we'll end our turn for now. Bigabunga will attach to himself, I guess, Clutter. Clutter the Noisy. And yeah, for now, he's going to be taking that damage. The reason this might be bad is because Toons can Tribute Summon. Which is like the one weakness of this deck, is that if he has Tribute Summons, that's bad. But, you know, that just puts the deck through the paces. You know, we got to see exactly what the deck wants to do. The first duel. The second duel, We get to play with all like the fancy cards I like to play. And in this one, a true challenge for my opponent will actually be able to tribute summon, provided they actually read what Acid Golem does. Which I have a feeling they did. Okay, so they do have the Toon Dirt Major. Indeed, they do. Let me think about this. Wait, can I not... Let's see. I can't target Toon monsters. Oh no. I can't use Big Gabunga's effect. Now, Ken will go back to my hand, though, so that is something, but I'm gonna have to do something about this. Thinking... Let me think. I normal summon Mean the Merciless. I need my other... I need my tuner. I kinda need my tuner monster for this to work. If I had my tuner monster, I could do something here. Something Goblin monster. I don't want a Goblin monster right now. I want other things. Let me think about this. I might have to try the Geotransverser thing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make Doug the Charger's effect. We're detached from Big Gabunga and summon a Doug Charger onto the board. And I really wish I could target his monsters, but at the moment I cannot. This is a true challenge. This one will be. The Odion player, he was a pretty challenging dude too, but this, like, his deck kind of counters my whole strategy to a degree. Because I can't target him, so I can't attach his monsters. And he can tribute summon, so that counters Acid Golem. So we're going to see where this is going to go. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. I want to get rid of this guy, but then again, I want to get rid of this guy. Then again, I want to get rid of this guy. Then I want to get rid of that guy. So many guys to get rid of. Alright, so let's go ahead and use our Goblin Bikers Grand Bash. We're going to summon out our boy. Mean the Merciless is a silly name. Meanda the Cold-Blooded. Now that's a name. That is a name and a half. So let's go ahead and use our grand entrance here. The attachment material. Add ourselves a Goblin Biker, which being our Clatter Sploder. And then, let's see, I still have my normal summon here. I'm trying to think of what the best option here is. I could just attack him directly. That might be the best bet. Let's summon out Clatter Sploder. We'll use its ability. We're going to bring back... Who has the most attack here? I'm pretty sure it's Dig Dug. We'll summon back Dig Dug in attack mode. And all our monsters are going to be huge thanks to my Grand Bash here. Let's see, what's it? 300 attack for every goblin I control. So I think... barring my opponent having, like, Mirror Force or something, I think I can, like, win here. Let me double check. Yeah, my Goblin's can attack directly. It's kind of ironic. He's attacking directly, I'm attacking directly back. It's like the ultimate battle of pacifism. Like, neither player is losing their monsters. So, there you go, folks. That is our emergency stopgap for our Goblin Bikers. I can just attack directly. Who needs to remove your cards from the board? I don't. So... very nice. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. So, there you go, folks. That is our deck today. Let's go for the end screen. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Alrighty, everybody. So, our Matter Transponder, Acid Golem, Goblin Biker deck, what we call, we're going to call this deck Goblins, Gobs and Pals. Gobs and Golems, that's even better. Gobs and Golems will be the name of today's deck. And it worked fairly well. You know, that's what our deck is designed to do. We're just summoning out the Acid Golem. Give it to my opponent, use the Goblins, and use their ability to attack directly and swarm the board and remove materials. Lots of good synergy there. Lots of good synergy there. And so I'm really happy with today's deck. You know, originally my plan was just to like go for like Gaga. I thought Gaga was the way to go for a brief time when I first started this one, because that can like... Alrighty, everybody, so our Acid Golem, Matter Transporter, Goblin Biker, Trishula Summoning deck, what are we going to call this one? Gobs and Golems. Gobs and Golems is the name of today's deck, and we did pretty dang good. 2-1 is respectable for a deck like this, because it's a very interesting combination of cards, and it really depends on what my opponent's like. I had been up against Nibiru, or in perm, or there's cards that can stop us, but there's cards that can stop those too. So it really depends on what your opponent's playing, but we're able to show off almost everything in this deck. Pretty much everything, honestly, got to be shown off to some degree, and I'm really happy for that. You know, we got the 7-hour goblins, we got the, you know, acid golem, my opponents, the transponder got to do its thing. Man, I was really hoping this card could have worked with like DD Beast. That was my original plan, but it's okay. You know, we found the niche use of this card. The only thing I didn't really get to do with it is, like, if my opponent was using Xyz monsters, I can use this on them as well. But that's neither here nor there. So we got to do everything this deck wants to do. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys are too. If you did like today's episode, don't forget to smack like and subscribe. Don't forget to do both. Y'all aren't hitting the like button enough. We're putting in the effort, man. We still have 30 days of the 100 days left, and we're still trucking. We're still a-going. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're still on it for another 30 days or whatever. Day 70 coming up. We're taking a look at what are these, like the Chimera Fusion, the Azamina Illusion monsters, things of that nature. It's going to be an interesting day. Something I haven't played before, so we'll see how that one's going to go. But yes, here is the deck profile for today's episode. Take it and have yourselves a good time with it. So for our main deck, we played 2 copies of the Silent Wabagong. A good card to have if Gen doesn't show up. Again, it's still preferable because he's level 3. We have our 1 Psychic Tracker, our triple Dig Dug Searchers, 2 copies of Clatter. We have 2 copies of Beyond of the Cold-Blooded, 1 copy of Ken. Ken is one at fine. We have 2 copies of Boone the Mock Speed, 2 copies of Tsuchinoko and Jackalope. These are really good cards in combination with Ken. 3 copies of Speedwood Terratop, 3 copies of Gen, 1 Takatomborg, 2 copies Psychic Wielder as our tuner. We have 1 copy of Triple Zelts, 3 copies of Creature Swap. We have Reinforcement of Army, because not only is Gen a warrior, but so are our Goblins. 1 Triple Zatical Thrust, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 copies of Goblin Bikers Grand Entrance, 1 Called By, 1 Grand Breakout, 1 E-Telly, 1 Hand Destruction, 3 copies of Interdimensional Mana Forger, so we can guarantee the card gets on the board. Although, honestly, in a realistic sense, 2 is probably fine, but I wanted to make sure I got the darn thing on the board. And then we have our 1 copy of Grand Bash, because it's searchable, so you don't need more than 1. For the extra deck, we have things like our Masquerena and Little Knight combo here. We have 2 copies of Geonator Transverser to switch our monster's control. We have 1 copy of Underworld God, so we need the darn thing. 2 copies of Troika Geonator. We have for our, like, attacking our opponent directly and all that good stuff. 2 Big Gabunga is our main boss monster for searching and attaching materials to himself. 2 copies of Acid Golem. I like to have 2 just in case one gets removed by something or, you know, bad things happen. I just need to give my opponent Acid Golem. 1 copy of Goblin Bikers Gone Bonkers. We have our, let's see, I think this guy used to be called Crazy Beast, or did I mess that up? Yeah, either way. We have 1 copy of Gone Bonkers for our rank 6 play. We have our Double A Zeus in case things get horribly wrong. 1 copy of Goyo Guardian, because we have a lot of Earth monsters in this deck, and why the heck not? Just go for Goyo Guardian. He kind of fits with the theme of stealing stuff. Although I don't want to steal Acid Golem back. But lastly, but certainly not least, we have our Trishula monster. And hey, I pulled a Covenant Cat. I summoned Trishula and Goblin Bikers. Not the hardest thing in the world to do, but I'll take it. So our side deck is a lot of interesting little tidbits and things. Things like a couple of aces in order to just have another thing to give my opponent a monster. Again, really important for our Acid Golem strategy. I considered Astro Karibo in the deck because if you use this to make Acid Golem, it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Well, specifically your opponent's card effects. So you give this to your opponent after you summon it with Astral, then they can't like Dark Hole it or something of the nature. So it's a neat little tech, a little too transparent. You need to run a different number, otherwise your opponent will know exactly what you're up to. So it's a niche little thing. You got things like Watch Cat, which if you can special summon this thing, if you have no monsters, if it's special summon, you get a continuous spell from the deck during the end phase. A little too slow, but if you wanted to search out forward more often, it is an option. This is not like the best option. Originally, this deck had a whole different theme to it with like Utopia cards and Gagagas and things of that nature to turn out level 3s. So that's why Shark Drake's here, so don't worry about him. 1-for-1s for the cat. You have Packet Swap, which is kind of like Creature Swap, but for links. There's also just like more of the Goblin things are another Bash. We have ourselves another Breakout. You have the Trap cards, which can be good for interrupting the opponent. Things like Imperm, stuff of that nature. So that's it for today's episode, my peoples. I hope you very much enjoyed it. We're still tracking strong for the 100 days. We still got 30 days to go, and I'm looking forward to it. So until next time, everybody else, stay safe and happy. You have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the flip side. Till then, y'all take care.